I like this rhythm. I like it a lot. Rich. Problem. The love. Girl, I don't care if you have a man. Fuck your man. We don't in the jam. Or we party as one. I don't care if you have a man. Fuck your man. We don't in the jam. What happens stays in the party. 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 Man like problem shall and rich will. What your girl and send she back home. After we just a broke she backbone. She says she is a lesbian. Which part of lesbian you come from? She said that she have a man. I tell she this. Girl, I don't care if you have a man. Fuck your man. We don't in the jam. Or we party as one. I don't care if you have a man. Fuck your man. We don't in the jam. What happens stays in the party. 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 You're rich. All the time he come to fed the man like a police horse. Guarding the woman, he don't want nobody dancing for. Girl, you want to dance, your man, he just standing there. Please tell your man, excuse me. Girl, I don't care if you have a man. Fuck your man. We don't in the jam. Or we party as one. I don't care if you have a man. Fuck your man. We don't in the jam. What happens stays in the party. 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 All right again. Boy like me in the carnival will jam all the girls them in the band. What the run up them off a man I do business I don't give a damn. Just drop the thing like a bomb. Fling it back at the taker. Jam the rock pocket man. Pocket loaded like passenger van. Girl, I don't care if you have a man. Fuck your man. We don't in the jam. Or we party as one. I don't care if you have a man. Fuck your man. We don't in the jam. What happens stays in the party. 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 What happens stays in the party. 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 What happens stays in the party. 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 What happens stays in the party. Party. Party.
Morning, morning, guys. Morning, morning, morning. Oh my God, morning. Oh my God, morning, morning. Okay, what's up? It's share the live, guys. Share the live. Share the live. Share the live. We're about to do a review. We're about to drop a review. We're about to pop off on a review. We are going to do a review. Let me tell you. Listen, listen. We're about to do a review. Okay, guys. We're about to do a review. Welcome to the show. Share the live, 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 share the live. It's a holiday. Share the live. Oh my God! Like, let me tell you something. Like, I am still recovering. I am still recovering. Mind, body, and soul is still in recovery mode. Share the live. I'm gonna give you a backstory. We're going to see. I'm gonna share videos. I'm going to give you guys analytics. I have like stats. I mean, I come prepared. I exhausted, no lie. I'm gonna be eating my apple because that is all I can find in the fridge. And I think, but I'm telling you about to do a review. Share the live, share the live, share the live. Let's see who's on the live. Let me tell you, have your coffee and your plantain chips. Let me tell you, like, get ready because we're gonna be talking. I don't even know how long that's going to last because I have information, I have stats, and I ready. I ready. Share the live, share the live, share the live. I check it to see those of you who are on. Let me see. I just check in my account to see where the live is at. Share the live. Share the live. Don't stick. Share the live. Oh my God. Let me see. Did I share this there? Yes. Okay. So, boy, let me tell you, Tara. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Okay. In the words of Carly XP, I was not ready. Okay, that is how I'm going to start this. I was not ready. Okay, I was not ready. So I mean, I have been working closely with Ridge and his team for a little while. Okay, so um trying to help with the brand aspect of it. Okay, so I've been working with him, and obviously those of you who know me know I am very well connected. I mean, I'm not going to, it's not something to necessarily brag about, but it's something that I feel like, based on my personality, I'm just very well connected to a lot of people. And I started, trying to use my, my connections and stuff to see how I can expand their brand, because that is what I'm I'm hired on to do, to work with them, work closely along with them. So you'll probably notice, like, even in my caption, um we just finished organizing Regis merchandise shop. So you can click on the bit.ly, that's bit.ly/, reach cross the bridge. You can click on it, on the link, and you can start ordering their merchandise, so you can get your shirts, your caps, and all of these things on there. So just my shameless plug, you can actually do that and support the vibe. So, and people might ask, you might ask, like, why am I working with Region them? Why I feel so invested in them? Why I feel the need to support them? I mean, if you've been following me from the get-go, from the inception, I was probably one of the people who spoke proudly and loudly about when the Nasty Business franchise launched and took off. I've always been in support of them. I have never been one of them to stay on the sideline and say, "Oh, I'm not in that," or "They too vulgar," or "They too this," or to do that. People have actually attacked me. People have come to me and say, "Oh, Jael, like, you're a mother, this, that, and the third." And I'm just like, what does that have to do with people's livelihoods? That has absolutely nothing to do with people's livelihoods, and y'all need to get your minds out of the trenches and focus on the prize. So I've supported them. And because I did not know Rich them personally like that. It's not like people that I grew up around or whatnot. So it's a journey for me, just kind of like seeing how they're growing, and how what they do, and understanding, their method, and what they're fighting for, and they share the life, all this, share the life, 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 share the life. But just trying to understand, them, and like why they do things, how they do it, and all of these different things. Obviously, that plays a huge role in when you're trying to promote a person's brand. That plays a huge role in how in their visibility, in how, like, let me tell you, like, I'm talking about Juve in June. Okay, Juve in June was last week Saturday. Okay, so I'm kind of just giving you guys some backstory before I drop the story. And so, in doing all of this, obviously utilizing my networks, um North America wise, especially in Toronto. If you know me from my days in Toronto, um it didn't have a party that I'd never been to. I was always on the circuit, the FET circuit, and I know a lot of promoters. I know a lot of events. I mean, I know. I never used to pay to go to clubs, right? I mean, we were reminiscing about that. Me and some other people, on the weekend, just reminiscing about our club days. I mean, I'm way past club age, but I mean, what is way past club age, anyways? But I'm way past the days. Like, I've been doing this for over 20 years, right? Over 20 years, 13. So I understand that kind of market. I understand the North American market, and I understand what they're looking for, and I understand how they will book and why they will book certain artists, right? Certain artists coming out of the Caribbean, certain artists coming out of Dominica, bouillon artists. For them, for you to be a headliner in any event that is not a Dominican event in North America, you have to have numbers. You have to have strength in numbers. And strength in numbers, when I say strength in numbers, you have to be on iTunes, you have to be on Spotify, you have to, and I tell you, you have to have numbers, right? You have to have numbers. So with Ridge and them, just Ridge and Pooders and them, and just seeing how hard they push their music, and you all have to give them so much respect. Like you all have to give these guys so much respect, because, and I'm going to give you guys this information because I feel like we as Dominicans sometimes we just run our mouth too much about things that we just take out of, like we're putting it out of our ass and we just using it. But it's time that we put numbers to what we're doing. And or you sometimes I'll just see me on my socials, I'll just be posting and I'll just be saying the numbers saying this and the numbers saying that, because at the end of the day, as an individual, you want to be able to utilize numbers in order to tell somebody, this is why I need to have a seat at the table. This is why you need to book these people. This is why you need to get these artists to perform. It's the numbers. Nobody does not care. They don't care about what no Dominican have to say. You can say, as a Dominican, you can come and say, oh, this is this band is the best band, or this is the thing. They don't care about that. They don't care about this, okay? They want the numbers, and you have the proof is in the pudding, and they want the numbers have to reflect certain things for people to invest money and for people to say, yes, I'm going to do this. So Ridge and Pooders were booked. So I booked Ridge and Pooders for one of the biggest, not one of the biggest Jouvert event in Toronto, Canada last weekend. That was Jouvert in June, right? Jouvert in June. I want to big up Aquila. I want to big up Ron Dukes. I want to big up Edie. I want to big up like everybody, like the biggest Jouvert event. Over 6,000 people were at that event on Saturday. Let me tell you, they mash up the gate to get in. People, that's how people, they mash up. People mash up the gate. I was like, wait. People mash up the gate to get into the event. Like, I just was not ready. I was not ready for this. So, it was, first of all, Rich has been in Canada before. This was Pooders' very first time, and I want to big up Pooders. I flew with Pooders. I flew with Pooders, and let me tell you, I feel like Pooders is my child. Pooders is my son now, I've just developed such a love for the man and like I got to see them in action. I got to see them. These guys are so freaking disciplined. Like, all you have no freaking clue what all you have in Dominica. Like, all you have no freaking these men are so, you think, right? They arrive and let's go party, let's go drink. No, them man go and sleep. Them man go and sleep so them man can be informed for them to perform, right? And when I tell you, like, I am so freaking impressed. And it takes a lot to impress Jael Joseph. I am so freaking impressed because I always compare, in my head, I always compare whatever is done, or how would it be done in Canada, or how would it be done in North America? How is it being done and I'm always in that comparison mode. Like it's something that I am always battling with. And sometimes I have to just let it go because I'm just like, Jael, like we're dealing with two different demographics. It's not that serious. But I'm telling you, these men are so freaking disciplined, right? When I tell you, first of all, in booking these guys to get to play in Jouvert in June, it wasn't just, they didn't just play in Jouvert in June. Let me get y'all exactly what these Pooders and Ridge were not just acts on Jouvert in June. They were the headliners. Tell you, the headliners for Jouvert in June. Like, can you believe, like I used to fet in Toronto, and I remember being in the crowd in Toronto as a Dominican with my Dominican flag. And when they call in all islands, plenty times they won't call Dominica. Like plenty times, Dominican name would just not call. Right? We as Dominicans used to be begging for a name for them to hear. When they say, put up your rag, they go Trinidad, they go St. Lucia, they go Barbados, they go everywhere, and they wasn't touching Dominica. And to be at Jouvert in June and reach and put as the headliners with a J Trini, a J, and let me tell you, every DJ, I felt so freaking proud. Like I was just so freaking. At one point in time, I was on the stage because I was filming. I had my I was filming, and at one point in time, I had my the face cover because it's powder and paint and water, and so I had it covering my face. At one time I cried. I don't lying to tell you, God is my witness. Tears come down my eyes to see. I need to show all you. I need to show all you because I talking and I need to show all you what I talking about, right? At one point in time, I tell all you, tears literally come down my eyes when I see the way the man was being received, the way people were receiving, the way the audience was receiving them, the way everybody knew, everybody knew them song. Wait, let me backtrack a little bit. Let me just backtrack a little because I want to show all you. Okay, I want to show all you footage that I took. It's not edited, so you might see my thing doing all kind of thing, but you'll get the picture. Them man. So in order to book them for this event, I mentioned to all you numbers, right? I mean, that's something that I mentioned to all you numbers. And I want all you to take that in all you pipe and smoke it. And all you can do, all you research for yourself. You see, I just come on here on my platform and I just talk. I just say what I have to say. But I like to back it up by facts. I like to back it up by numbers. I like to tell all you, go and check for all yourself. If all you thinking I saying this and I talking out of my backside, go and check for all yourself. I live in Canada and the advertising was very poor. A lot of people had no idea about this jam. Honest to God, Cindy, it was not a Dominica jam. So if you on the party circuit, if you on the circuit for fets, you would have known. This was not a Dominican event. Right? The promoters are not Dominicans. They book two Dominican artists as headliners. So if you're on the party circuit, if you're looking out for Dominica events, you would not have seen it because Quapo smoke your pipe. Although there's a Dominican group chat that I'm part of that they were promoting it. However, it was on party circuit. And how I know it was on party circuit? All my partners and them I used to fet with when I was 19, 20 years old. Were at the fete. As soon as I walk in, I see my partner Iggy, and I was like, man, Iggy start screaming because we have not seen each other in probably 16 years, if not longer than that. We've not seen each other, right? Because I don't really, when I come to Toronto, I don't really party. I don't really jump on those scenes. I come and do my business, and then I roll out, right? But running into people that I used to fet with on the weekend, it was just wild. Like people that I know, like people I know with short hair grow, people who are skinny now thick, like all kinds of people I used to fet with roll up. As a matter of fact, the camera guy, you'll see in my footage, this camera guy, we used to fet like you would not believe back in the day. And when we saw each other, we were on the stage like jumping like two clowns because we've not seen each other in so many years, right? And I'm telling you, these people on the party circuit, so they follow events that are soca events, right? I tell you, I say soca because these organizers are primarily, they do a lot of soca events and these kinds of things, and them man put a bouillon event together, a bouillon dennery event together. They incorporate that into Jouvert in June. The headliner. And you know why the headliner can be a Dominican? Can be two Dominicans? Let me tell you why a headliner can be two Dominicans in Toronto. Let me give all you the stats right now and go and search for yourself. Type in any Dominican artist you want. Any Dominican artist you like, you follow it, because we just run them off and say, oh, that song. that song hot. That song, nobody don't give a shit about that. Okay, people care about the numbers. When people want to make their money, is the numbers that count. Right now on Spotify, the highest bouillon artist on Spotify is Ridge. 84,000 monthly listeners. Monthly. The biggest is Ridge. Underneath him is Pudas. Period. Pudas with 46,000. Underneath him is Pudas. That is why they can be booked for a big event like that. And when all you see the man traveling, the man, people looking at their numbers, why they getting booked? Is their numbers why they can headline? It's not just getting booked, it's headlining a major event, an event that is the start of the Caribana season in Toronto, a start of Carnival season in Toronto, Canada, and they were the headliners. All right, the two top bouillon artists, bouillon band, bouillon artists, bouillon anything in Dominica on Spotify right now is Ridge and Pudas. That's it. That is where the numbers coming from. That is where the numbers coming from. The two top. So to get them on that was a no-brainer. No-brainer. Them man, let me tell you, Ron and Akila and them, I want to big them up. They treated them guys like royalty. Pick up the hotel. We stayed at the Hilton. Like I tell you, it was like royalty treatment, right? And them, let me let me get the videos for all you to see. Let me tell all you what I'm talking about. Okay, let me show all you what I'm talking about. All right, them man performed. When I tell all you perform, them man gave people, and when I tell you, people knew every single listen, people knew every single one of them man songs. Every single one of them man songs, people knew. Like I was just there, like I was like a big tebe, a big abebe, right? A big abebe the whole time, because I just checking like them man. So this is the back of the stage. I don't even know if I should be showing that. Them man mash up Jouvert in June. I want to big up. Listen, let me make all you listen. Let me make all you listen to a little bit. Let me tell you, like, listen. First thing, I feel the stage was too. I feel the crowd was too far from the stage, right? But I suspect if the crowd was any closer to the stage, just like how they mash up the gate, they would have probably ended up on the stage. Because at one time, people end up on the stage, eh? People end up on the freaking stage. She said she is a lesbian. Which part of lesbian you wrong? She said that she. I like that. Oh, you got to be proud. You got to be proud. Let me tell you, them man really, really perform. Like when I tell you perform. When they were done, they were asking them to come back. They come back and they did another song. I want to big up Fridge, Ridge, Pudas, because you got to big up Nikita. Big up Fridge, Ridge, and Pudas for really putting on a show at Jouvert in June. When we got there, I want to kind of give you guys a little, like I want to set the stage for you all a little bit. When we got there, right? We got to the location. We got in. It was very smooth sailing. Like we just walked in. They were expecting us. The security was there. We got in, walked through. There was an area. As we got there, the girl came and she's like, "Should I set up their drinks and stuff?" They already knew because Akil had already, checked in with me to see like what they really drinking and all of that. They brought their drinks for them. They set that up and everything, and the man, because they wanted to go early because they wanted to feel the vibe. Because normally when you go to these events, you can go like right before your set if you want to, but because it's like a soca slash bouillon event, you want to go early so you can kind of feel the temperature of the crowd and stuff. And while we there, we hear they mash up here, security at the mic. They mash up the gates. They mash up the people bomb rush the gate. People want to come in. People bomb rush the gate, right, to get in for the event. And Ridge was calm, and then people started like coming and asking, there were different influencers that wanted to do interviews. There were different TV networks that were there. That they wanted to, interview their Caribbean networks, trying to interview them for their blogs or whatnot and stuff. And they pull up there and just the vibing, just enjoying the music and whatnot. There was a VIP section and there was the regular. So where y'all see mostly is the regular. Where you see my video is regular, because regular was like brace. The VIP was not even a VIP, it was called platinum. And when I tell you platinum, you have to come with your platinum bobs, right? So there were these sections, and then people had powder, they had paint, and they had a hose, and they were hosing down the crowd. Let me tell you, I get one cool hose in my forehead. I get one hose in my forehead. Let me tell you, they were hosing down the crowd. Mark you, it's not even hot, It's not even hot. It's still a little chilly. It's still a little chilly, and I check, boy, look at how I'm gonna get a cold. Look at how I'm gonna come Canada to get a cold. And me and my girl, my girl Ayana came with me. And Ayana was just like, we just there watching, we were watching outfits. We watching we checking, boy, them girls are sure empowered. People want practice with tuning. Okay, people want practice with tuning. And I tell you, bouillon music has taken over soca. I probably had 2 soca songs. I probably had 2 soca songs on that entire lineup, right? When I probably had all DJs that come, it's bouillon they playing. It's bouillon they playing. All DJs that come, it's bouillon they playing. I tell you, I check it out where I be there. Like honestly, I had a sense of pride as a Dominican. I was so proud as somebody who I feel like, some people don't want to include me in making it happen. I feel I was part of making it happen, and who want to give me my flowers, that is up to them. I will take my flowers my damn self. But I was just so proud because this is exactly what I envision. This is exactly what I imagine. This is exactly how I feel our country should be seen, be known, like for having the best freaking music right now in the world trending. Right, the best freaking party music is bouillon right now. Like, I don't even understand what that means. I don't even understand what that means for us as a country, as a tourism destination, in terms of export of music. I don't even understand what that is. Well, if I don't understand, I will understand it for all you. I will understand it for all you, because I just really want to commend, Ridge. I want to commend Ridge, because if Ridge didn't keeping on, if he'd listened to the naysayers, and if he'd listened to everybody that probably discouraged him, and everybody that probably told him that what he's doing is not good, or he not elevating bouillon, or all kinds of things that he's been told, if he had listened to them, he would not be where he is today. Like he's the number 1 streamed on Spotify. Okay, I don't even going to check the others. I just said, go and check all for yourself. You don't have a Spotify account to check the analytics, okay? You don't need a Spotify account to check analytics for yourself. All you have to do is put in Spotify, put in the artist name, put Ridge, and you'll see the numbers. Put Spotify, put Pudas, and you will see the numbers. Put any other bouillon artist that you want to see. Do it for yourself. Do it for yourself, and you will see what I'm talking about. Because I ain't talking shit. The numbers is what people are looking at when they're investing. And to be a headliner, to be the headliner of Juve in June is such a huge freaking deal. It's a huge freaking deal. And I can see so much more to come from this. I'm telling you endorsements. I'm telling you so much that's going to come out of these performing at these events. I see brand deals. I see so much. And if Dominica don't want to embrace it, that is on all you. That is on all you. That is on all you. Remember, Dominica have 70,000 people. His monthly subscribers, his monthly listeners, people that listening on a monthly basis is more than the population of Dominica. Okay? So if all you want to jump on the train, or you get left behind. All you will get left behind. And I say that for all who needs to hear. All you'll get left behind because the world is listening. The world is appreciating. The world is loving it. The world is investing in it. Right? And y'all need to understand there is an actual blueprint to export a bouillon. And if y'all don't want to learn it, I'll come. I'll teach it to all you. I'll teach it to all you. I will teach it to all you. I want to big up the entire Rage and Mosiwo crew. Big up Arturo. Arturo is one of the most brilliant minds I've ever interacted with. Like Arturo is such. He gonna be vexed I talking about him. Arturo is such a brilliant mind. Oh my god! I'm so impressed. I am so freaking impressed with these men. I am so freaking impressed at how they are able to captivate an audience, how they're able to keep an audience, how they're able, because you can keep an audience, you can have an audience for 2 seconds and you can be a one-hit wonder. But to keep an audience engaged where 84,000 people every single month coming to listen to your music, you're doing something right. You're doing something, and it's just a matter of time before it's 100K plus, right? And when I tell you that is revenue. That is revenue. You understand what I'm saying? That is revenue. That being said, like Jouvert in June was a blast. I know, so all you probably, some of you in Dominica, all you had Soca Mimosas. No Soca Mimosas review because Jael didn't make it to Soca Mimosas. I was still recovering from Jouvert in June. As a matter of fact, my friend from St. Kitts, big up to Trevor. Big up to Trevor's SOS Custom Clothing. Big up to Trevor one time. Trevor called me video yesterday morning. And I check about what Trevor called me video for. Like Trevor, like you me and you loving man. Like what you calling me video for? Trevor called me. Trevor called me. Trevor was like, I was hesitant. I was reluctant to answer. And he's like, I want to see the color of your hair. I was like, my brother, I had my thing on my head. What are you talking about? No, Akila make sure she gave me my net. What is it called? There's a head piece. I had a cap on my head. My head was covered because I checked in. If one bit of paint touch that blood, I have to dye my hair again. And anybody got time for this, right? I was not going to be doing this, and he wanted to see the color of, I had to take, it was in my lashes, because my girlfriend got a little false eyelashes. Let me tell you, I would give them, and honestly, I probably, if I have to take off my biasness in this, because I'm involved in getting them there. If I have to take off my biasness from it, I would probably give them 9 out of 10. With my biases, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Right? 10 out of 10 straight. Somebody say Rich Music is great, but he needs to control the content in his song. It also is great, but the content are not getting great. The songs talk to them. Honestly, Dennis, I get your point. But you probably not the audience anymore if you don't understand. Because if you're listening to rap and trap, it ain't different from what they're saying. We using our own dialect. We using our own slang, but it's not different. And this is what the entire world is listening to. This is what the entire world is listening to. And if we want to stay there and be play part backward and play part, we're a religious nation. We're so religious. we believe in God, and this is explicit. All I tell a man to do, when only do a song, do the clean version for radio play so that any it can be listened to on any radio station. Right? That is all the man have to do. Make all your music, all you to make all your music, but make sure all you have a version that can be played by DJs, that can be played on YouTube, that can be played, because these things are still being monitored. You know, there's and some of it does even pass, you know, some things does even pass, right? You want to make sure that the yes, the content is up to a certain standard in terms of lyrical content, but you also want to make sure that it appeals to all audiences, or any audience can listen to it or even understand it, and have a clean version for radio play. But to be quite honest, it probably, if you see people 40 and over, that probably not for us. And if it not for us, we probably should retire from partying. But you go to clubs, you go to, the other day I was listening to a rap song, and in the song, the woman is telling the guy, the woman is rapping in the song, and pretty much telling the guy the only time she will actually date him is if he unalive somebody. That is how like hardcore these kinds of lyrics. And I'm saying to myself, like, what the hell am I listening to? Like, she's actually sending the man to go and unalive somebody so she can date him, right? This is what lyrical content is like these days. So them man lyrics, them man, all the man singing about is thing that we does do every day. All you to poije, to tunga okay. I don't see what is wrong with what the man is when man saying. And I just feel when a man start to sing, don't let no one shake your cherry. Why people go? Why people go? I want to get the clip. Let me tell you, I have so much videos. I then just trying to scroll for the clip to see what parts, where in it. Let me just go. Going through all the clips I have. You know, I to try and give you guys a full scope of that experience. Them man really, really, really perform well, right? Big up to in the US, there's original and clean play, and it works 100%, right? I mean, at the end of the day, have a clean version, every song all you make, even when we're on the plane, you know, put us have some new music coming out, dropping this summer, dropping soon. And one of them, you know, I was listening to it and I was telling him, you know, make sure you have a clean version to it. And, you know, right off the bat, he was able to come up with a clean version and stuff, and or clean, or how to modify it so it's clean. And I think that is all that is required. And I think as Dominicans, we need to start embracing the man. We need to start putting them on the pedestal that they deserve to be on. They deserve, you see, Ridge was Booyah Artist of the Year for Caribbean Music Awards last year. If you don't take that again this year, I will not be surprised. If you don't, because it's the numbers people let's look at. It's the numbers, your digital footprint. You put in the work and you have the numbers. That is what will make shit bust. That is what gonna make. That is why people will buy tickets. That is when people will like them man understand the music industry in a way that I have not seen small islands, people from the small island really like pay attention to these things. It's not just about dropping tracks. It's about dropping tracks, doing collaborations, and making it work. And I want to just big them up. You know, I was talking to my sister this morning and I was telling her, I hope I don't come on the live and start to cry, because I was on stage and I had my if I didn't have that mask, everybody would see me crying. Like tears came down my eye to see the man and to see how the crowd was really like loving the man and really like screaming and singing and people were excited and vibes was happening and like, I mean, like it was like a freaking movie. It was a freaking movie the entire time. And yeah, so support the music, support the man. I mean, you're a Dominican, you call yourself a Dominican, you say you're a patriot, you say you love your people. Like, yeah. And when are they ready to book? All you that ready to book, book them for North America. Check me, Harry. Check me. We booking. We're looking for bookings for North America. We on that shit. Right? We're gonna get them where they need to get. If as long as I'm wrong, I'm gonna see that those guys get to exactly where they need to get to. And I tell you, either looking at just Caribbean Music Awards, we're looking at Grammys, we're looking at Billboard charts. That's what we're heading for. That is where we're aiming for Bouillon to be on the Billboard, right? That is where we're aiming for. And I just want to big up Ridge and the Mossio crew and just first of all tell them thank you for even, because a lot of Bouillon artists in Dominica, they've used me to get to where they need to get. They've used me, utilized me, however, and none of them never turn back and say, Jael, we need your help with this, or can you help us out with this? Can we bring you on your team? Can you be part of this with us? And then, man, literally were like, and it's not today, eh? So you'll see me talking about this today. It's not today, this didn't start today. This has been something that has been, going on, it's been a work in progress, right? And it's just so amazing to see their growth. It's so amazing to see them doing their thing, and to see the amount of support like people from other islands giving them. And big up, I want to big up the Jouvert in June crew, big up Aquila, big up Ron Dukes, and next year, why don't you say next year? Yes. Just like that. Share the live, let everybody know that Dominica mash up Jouvert in June in Toronto. Don't be something guys do that, because that man is rich and Pudas, but it's Dominica they representing. Them man mash up the place. And I just want to big them up in such a huge way. And yeah. So support the vibes. I've linked their Ridge's merch store. So if you want to support, he has merchandise coming out. There'll be new designs that'll be added to the shop, so you can go ahead and you can shop and you can support them. It'll also be integrated into his site pretty soon, so look out for that. It'll be on his site as well. But I've provided you with the link in the meantime. You can go ahead and shop, and it ships anywhere you need it shipped to. It can ship to you, whether you want it to ship to your Dominica box, your US account, your US postal box, your Canadian, your UK, it gets shipped to you. So big up Mr. Ridge, cross the bridge. Big up Dirty Dog Pudders. Big up the Mossio gang. And yeah, I'm out. Saying goodbye. I like when they wear their Dominica sleeve. Yeah, me too. One thing Pudders, yeah. Pudders definitely was wearing his Dominica sleeve, and that looked really good. That looked really good. All right, guys. I'm gonna head out of here for now. Give you guys until the end of the video. And I'm gonna head out from here. Put up the volume.